Hello guys, it's Morania and welcome to another video. Now this one is straightforward and it's for people who are looking on how they can game live on TikTok. So with this one, you'll need a few things, and so let me take you through it. You'll need some hardware, you'll need some software, and that's it. You're able to go live on TikTok when you're gaming. With TikTok, it's a good thing because when you're gaming, you can get gifts and that translates to money. So I was looking on how I can do this for a while. I asked a few TikTokers, some of them told me you need at least 15,000 followers. I only have 1,800 followers, so I went out to figure out how actually they do it, and with that I managed to do it correctly and accurately, and this is how I did it. So follow me through this video from this stage to the last stage and you'll be able to go live on TikTok as you game. You don't need to show your face unless you want people to see the reactions on your gaming and what you're doing when you're gaming, which is always a good experience for you to show people your reactions when a goal is scored by Haaland and you're playing with Arsenal like me. So yeah guys, follow through. So let's get to it. So let's look at the hardware equipment that you'll need for you to be able to go live. So the first one is obviously the main thing. You'll need to have a console, and for me I have the console. This is the Xbox One S. It's a 512 GBs of internal storage. I only play a few games in it. So you'll need to have a console. With a console, you'll get a controller. So you'll need to have one of these. If you want to play against people, you'll need to have two. This one, you can either have it with a battery or without a battery. This one has a battery, but you can have it without a battery as long as you have a USB cable. It will charge as you play, and it has a port here. This port is for the microphone. Yeah, this one is for HDMI. I've not used. Definitely, if you have the Xbox, of course you got the power cable, so you'll need to have the power cable. Then you'll need to have three of these. These are HDMI, male HDMI to about three of these. So this one will cost you about 30,000. This comes with it, but in case you buy it used like I did, you'll need to buy this on the side at around 4,500. You'll need to have an HDMI cable will cost you around 300 to 500 Kenya shillings. So you'll need to have this. This is the capture card. Go through my videos, the shorts, you'll see where I spoke about this. So capture card goes for around 1,800. You'll need to have this as well. This is called an HDMI splitter 1 to 2. This is how it looks on this end, and this is how it looks on this end. It also has a power cable because it cannot support the input. HDMI cable cannot support the output, so it needs to be powered up. So it comes packaged with this. This is the power cable for the HDMI splitter. Okay, you're going to need this. You don't need people to hear the echo, so you're going to need to have headphones. These are wireless headphones, but I don't use them wirelessly. So this is an audio cable for the headphones. You connect the audio cable directly to the pad. Then you need to have a laptop, and so this is the one I use. You need to have one that can install the software that I'm going to tell you about. You need to have internet, at least 10 Mbps. Now that we've spoken about the hardware that you need, this is the software that you're going to need. First, you're going to need TikTok itself, but not just the normal TikTok. You're going to need to have the TikTok Live Studio. That's a laptop application which you're going to install in your laptop for you to be able to stream from there. You're also going to need a software called OBS. OBS is used to stream in different platforms but does not support TikTok yet, so you're going to need OBS. With OBS, you're going to use it as a virtual camera, so whatever is happening through the capture card, it's going to be shown as a camera, so you'll add it to TikTok as a camera. I'll show you all that. So you're just going to need to have, your laptop is going to need to be able to support Live Studio smoothly and also be able to support OBS smoothly. Now let's configure the hardware first, then we do the software and the configuration and actually go live gaming a bit later. So for start, we take our console, this console, it's already powered in, the cable is already like plugged into power. So you take the cable, connect it to power, just like you would normally, connect it to power like that. Take one of the HDMI cables, we'll take this one. It's kind of folded because it's too long. I picked like 3 meters. So take this, plug where it's written TV, just the HDMI port written TV. Let's plug in there like that. What you want to do after that is pick this. This is the HDMI splitter. and pick its power adapter power cable. So yeah, just plug in the power adapter and the power cable into power. It's powered up. As you can see, it's actually turned red. You can see it's turned red. That meaning it's not transmitting anything. Just let me leave it there. Pick the other HDMI, pick the other two HDMI cables. This is the one I was telling you about. It's usually not the best quality. So this one, plug it to one of the ports, one of the ports. You'll see the side that has two HDMI ports. So plug it on one, then plug it in the television. So that one is already done, plugged into the television. Now this is the one that goes to now the actual TikTok live setup. This is the one that transmits to the OBS and then transmits to Live Studio. So with this one, you also plug it into the other HDMI port, and you take your video capture card, the tiny one, and plug it in to it like that, right? So now that has happened, you see that there is no light here. It's supposed to light up blue. Once it starts transmitting anything, it's supposed to light up blue. The HDMI cable that you plug into your console and plug it into the splitter, the other side, the one side, plug it like that. Still not transmitting anything. Now watch this. Once we turn on the console, it actually turns green. This has turned green to show that there is actually transmission, and this one is configured perfectly. Now the other thing that we are supposed to do is, with this one, we just plug it into the laptop directly. Let me show you. Like that. Now with that setup, the television is able to display your games. Now let's go to the other configuration bit, which is now configuring the OBS to be able to act as a virtual camera and go live on TikTok while we game. So this is how my laptop looks at the moment, and you just have to click on the OBS bit, that is the application OBS. Give it time to open. That's how it looks when you open it. Now you have to go ahead and add a source, that is where the footage is going to be coming from, and in this case I'm just going to pick the video capture card. It's called video capture, just like that. Just name it, make sure you name it. So this one I'm just going to leave it the way it is. That's named. So automatically it's going to be trying to capture some other things. Just come down here to where there is USB video, then pick it. For me, click just OK, then there it is. It's going to display whichever footage is coming from. So there it is. As you can see, whenever I'm moving the pad, you can see whatever is happening on the console is displaying on the laptop here. So that's simply how you add it. At the right side, you can see there are some few options, and there's something called start a virtual camera. So just come here on properties, go down there, put on custom, retain it at 1080p. Let's wait and see what I do here. Just now we're doing this because most of the time the internet you have probably is not enough to stream the best quality possible. So just go ahead and retain at 1080p. That is the one that you want to stream on 1080p. Then the frames per second, put it at 24. That's the film, because most films are at 24 frames per second. So that's the best one. That's the one that I used to stream. So yeah, then for me, we always put it on full screen display, but most people don't have to anyway. So you can just come here, start, then you can also stop the virtual camera. But for me, I just click it to stay on start. Always make sure it's on start. Okay, like that. Make sure it's on start. When it's on start, that means that your TikTok live will be able to recognize this as a camera. Instead of using the laptop camera, you can pick this as a camera. So just go ahead, open your TikTok live application. So there you go. officially opens. Then when you open, you just come to, you can put landscape or portrait. Either way, the portrait and the landscape, adding a camera is all the same. For this one, let's go with landscape, because with landscape, a person who is watching can just flip their phone and watch the best way if possible, that is with the landscape, or even display or cast it on a screen when they're watching. So you come here to add a source. When you're adding source, come to camera this time, add camera. Here you'll see so many options depending on the menu, but always go down to the OBS virtual camera. When you click on the OBS virtual camera, this is the result you get, so it displays there. There are a few options here also for frames per second, but we're just going to go with the default one, so we leave it at this one 60 frames per second for this specific one. But the source where we're getting it from, the video is from it's at 24 frames per second. That's the film one. Click on it. The options that appear just slightly above the video, click on the utilize one, that's like the crop to fill. Then yeah, and that's it. Just click on go live. When you choose go live, it's going to give you this is very important. In case if you don't pick this as you go live, you might be banned from using Live Studio. So click on choose topic. The game you're playing will always be there. If you're playing GTA, it will always be there. If you're playing FIFA 23, it will always be there. Just make sure you pick it. In this case, we're going to pick FIFA 23 because I wanted to play the FIFA 23 the Women World Cup. I'm going to go with Nigeria because I was looking for Kenya, but Kenya was not there, so I would go with Nigeria. Then just click on go live. So when you click on go live, you will start streaming automatically. And yeah, as you can see, mine already started, and I already had like a person or people already watching. And yeah, so now this is why I was asking you guys to make sure that you have the audio cable and the headphones. So just pick your headphones and pick your audio cable as well, have them with you. The reason is because sometimes if your laptop is going to be picking sound as well as your cables, the ones that you're connected to the laptop, there could be an echo. So just have this so that you don't have to play the sound on the environment. Like your room is supposed to be very silent, and then just connect it. Different headphones look different and behave different, so this one can support cable as well as wireless. Just connect it that way. For the Xbox, you just need to connect the audio cable directly to the pad, and the sound will come directly to your headphone. You don't have to like do so much. You don't have to connect it to the console itself. Just connect it to the pad, and that's it. And for me, I just started streaming almost immediately, and guys could watch me game on TikTok. I don't know how many people watched that, but there were more than 30 people who were watching at some point, or not at some point, in total. Yeah, and that's basically it. Let me know what you think about this video. I've really tried. I actually even recorded an outro, but I failed to record the sound, so I just decided to do a voiceover. Thank you so much for watching. Like, subscribe.